and that was about the only paper once a week that we took. So we had a radio, but we weren't news orientated, not like a modern person is now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would be talking all about, mystical, magical stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Right, I'll stand down there on this side. This is a replica of a stone down near the Seal Sanctuary. It's called the Tolvin Stone. And it's a triangle, a symbol, but it represents woman, represents love. And the stone down near the Seal Sanctuary is called the Tolvin Stone. And ladies from all over down the home will come now and climb through it. It's like a fertility thing.
Right.
And it helps them get pregnant. And one day I was here and the schoolmaster, there's hundreds of old stones in Great Britain.
Yes.
And there's one in Ireland, when you put your fingers in and they touch like that, if you saw the pig or a cow or a horse or a bit of land, once the fingers touched, that was it. That was the druid sign, that was.
Yeah.
And of course, they got married, they had these wedding stones. And one day the schoolmaster came here and he says, oh man, he said, I'm going to Gretna Green. He said, you ought to be doing weddings. And like I always fancied myself a bit as a vicar, and no education. So he said, why didn't you do druid weddings? There's nothing as old as that. Well, there ain't nothing as old as that.
Yeah.
And I said, I will. So the first wedding we done here, I might have been dressed like this, I forget now. There is a photograph of me here somewhere. And June Lander was a journalist. She said, oh, this is no good. She said, you got to dress up like John Wesley. Well, Wesley had
With your white clothes, your
Wesley, John Wesley, the preacher. You know what I'm talking about, do you? He was a famous preacher in the 1800s. And Wesley was so famous in the Methodist circles, it was unbelievable.
Right.
Like someone like Dr. Billy Graham. Do you know who Dr. Billy Graham is? He's another big evangelist from America.
Right.
But Wesley had hair down to his hips.
Yeah.
And he wore bangles like Jimmy Savile. and that was the way he dressed, like, you know? And I said to June, I can't do that. Because I was friendly with the vicar. We ran charity concerts here.
Yeah.
We have as many as 300 people up. And so I said, I can't do it. She said, can you dress up like a druid? I said, yeah, I'll do it. So Marion the Bluebell dancer made me a robe. And the next wedding, Radio Cornwall's here. So the guy said, how do I announce you on the breakfast program? What are you, high priest? I thought, this is Cornwall, it's another country. I'm in the best top jump from the sun. So I said, no, I'm pretty much doing it. And that's how I got this archsteward job.
Right.
Because I got in before the doors were open.
Yeah.
I said, because I knew at that time this happened. A lot of people was against the Druids. They said they were all in back to black magic.
Yeah.
Though I was a Christian, my followers were saying, you were led there by God and the goddesses.
Yeah.
And most probably I was led that way anyhow by that,
Yeah.
if you're going to go down that road a bit. And anyhow, that's and I've always been delighted about it, and not so much these days.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
that's really brilliant.
See, you never know what's in store in life. You never ever. And when I had an accident to my eyes, I got out of bed one night and I had this hell of a big row with God. And I said, to be quite honest, putting it bluntly, I said, you buggered up my life. Absolutely. I said, I'm nothing now. I wasn't. But somehow or other, after about 10 or 15 years, I'm still working. I'm still out there, but I'm only just a fraction of a guy, but I'm still out there and I'm in big demand.
Yeah.
So come on, you're in big demand because you've been down below with me. I'm sure you've undergone training.
Oh, lovely.
Have you ever been down there?
Well, when I last come, it was actually full of water.
Oh yes, because we had trouble.
Yeah, you had trouble.
And do you know what? That trouble There was never no big time trouble.
Right.
Somebody had fiddled always with the switches
Right.
when we went there. So then when we come back, because we don't check it that often. So I get confused which is on or off.
Right.
We don't know more now because we've had this happen on 2 occasions. We don't get confused. Emma's always checking about the sonar. Michelle, don't go slipping. Drop for God's
Oh
sake.
no, I should be careful. You be careful.
I'm gonna put the lights on.
Oh, there's lights under here then. It's not all
Oh.
oil lamps and
People come
candlelight.
down and people come down and use it. Yeah, bottom step is drawing.
Because when it was up to here in water,
Yeah.
wasn't it? When we were in here.
And then the best of it was, I hired a big electric clock. It was easy to set up. Me and Emma set it up. I think maybe an hour I had all the water out of here.
Did you? It's a
Right.
lot of water, isn't it?
It was on it. Right, there's 6 of these. If you ever come again and I'm up to it, I'll take you and Taz and Emma to a one that the Druids built
Yeah.
over at Cocotten Valley. There's 6 of these that the ancient people built in Cornwall, and they call them Fogous, and that's from the Cornish language, and it means magic underground chamber.
Right.
And I had an Israeli guy here once, and he said, "How do you spell it?" And I said, "I don't know, but I got Glynis, and they got one in Israel, and it's spelled the same way as ours."
Wow.
And the guy said, "I cannot believe it, but there is one like this in Israel, some
Yeah.
underground chamber."
Yeah.
Right. Most of the visitors will say to you, "Oh, what did they do in them?" Well, there was nothing ever written down in stone or in anything. It's just handed down. They said they were rebirthing chambers, they could have been. They said the priests and priestesses came down to meditate. They also said in an event of, like, if it was terribly hot, they come down here to keep cool in
Yeah,
these
yeah.
underground chambers. Or if it was freezing cold, light a bit of fire, because it still runs at a steady 55. It never goes around about 55, 52 to 55. It's constantly that. And legend says if you walk under a big stone anywhere in the world, you're lucky. That's 7.5 ton, 3 ton, and the 2 outsides 1 weigh 2 stone.
So this one's 7.5.
7.5 ton. But it don't matter, anywhere where you to in the world, if you walk under a big rock, you are lucky. So I
Right.
suggest you buy a lottery ticket for tonight. Right, have you ever been to the Blarney Stone?
No, I haven't been
Right,
to
I've been to the Blarney Stone, and my son said, "Is there anywhere you want to go?" I said, "Well, most probably where I want to go, you won't take me." He said, "Where do you want to go?" I said, "I want to go to Ireland and the Blarney Stone." Fair enough, he said, "You're going to the Blarney Stone." All the family took me over there,
Yeah.
and it's so easy to get to. You can actually go from Plymouth, 55 minutes, you're in court, catch the bus, and you're up there.
Oh, it's that
And
close.
it's a day trip nearly
Yeah, yeah.
to go to see the Blarney Stone.
Yeah.
And once more I had to go. And when I went up there, I said to Christopher, "I've got to kiss it, I've come all this way." And it's just like a tower. There's no buildings nowhere. You climb the tower, and I went up, and there's a great queue coming behind you, and the man is on the outside, a little scaffold, and it's all safe stuff. It looks a little bit East Robinson, but I can assure you it is all big iron, and it all looks good. It looked good to me.
Yeah.
And when you lie down on your back, there's 2 places to catch hold with the steel, and you climb up, you pull yourself up, and you kiss the Blarney Stone. It isn't easy, but I kissed the Blarney Stone. So did my boy. And but the power, once more, I knew that because the people had been down there. There was 2 different setups. Overlords, Bernadette said, Virgin Mary said to her in a vision, like she was in a trance, she said, "Scoop out the dirt and this will be healing water." Nobody never said that at the Blarney Stone. This is the story that I'm going to tell you now that goes to the Blarney Stone. This old witch fell in the river. There's full of water there. She fell in the river, and